In this video, we'll be taking a look at 3 college basketball games happening on November 14, 2022, and providing you with free team picks and total picks for each one of those games. So 2 picks for each game, 6 picks in total. Welcome back to Cash Out Sports. Let's dive right into it. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe and to click the bell icon to get notified as soon as these videos get released, so that you have more time to plan out your bets as we provide these videos on a daily basis. I can guarantee that you'll have all the important information that you'll need on these 3 college basketball games after fully watching this video. One more thing before we start. If you would like to gain access to our best exclusive betting picks to take your sports betting journey to the next level, then check out our Patreon in the link down below, where we offer anywhere from 1 betting pick a day up to 10 betting picks a day and much more. Now let's get started. Florida Atlantic versus Florida. Florida Atlantic will get another shot at a Southeastern Conference opponent when it faces Florida on Monday night. The Owls lost at Ole Miss on Friday night in an 80-67 final. Florida is off to a 2-0 start this season, beating Stony Brook and Kennesaw State in its first 2 games. Florida Atlantic is 1-4 against the spread in their last 5 games, 1-6 against the spread in their last 7 Monday games, and 9-3-1 against the spread in their last 13 games following an against the spread loss. The over is 4-0 in Florida Atlantic's last 4 Monday games. Florida is 1-4 against the spread in their last 5 home games, 1-5 against the spread in their last 6 games, and 1-9 against the spread in their last 10 games following a win. The under is 4-1 in Florida's last 5 Monday games. Florida might be playing under a first-year head coach, but it has plenty of experience on its roster. They have already proven that they can blow an opponent out as heavy favorites, and they will be motivated to put together a full 40-minute showing after letting off the gas against Kennesaw State. Florida Atlantic has an inexperienced roster and is not going to be comfortable playing against an up-tempo team. This will be Florida's 3rd straight game as double-digit favorites. Part of the thinking with this pick is that the Gators are a better team than Ole Miss, who took down the Owls by 14 points. The other part is Castleton and his abilities. I don't believe that Florida Atlantic has enough to stop him, even with the daunting Golden in the paint. The Gators' pace will allow them to open up a big lead easier than a team that plays at a slow pace. So the Florida Gators to win and cover the spread as favorites is our full game side pick. The Gators struggled to slow down Kennesaw State in the second half and ranked number 231 in defensive turnover rate. They have been lighting up the scoreboard offensively though, and Florida Atlantic does not have the personnel to slow down Castleton. They are playing at a much faster pace under their new coaching staff, which is something oddsmakers are having trouble accounting for. Florida Atlantic has gone over the total in 4 of its last 5 games dating back to last season, and it ranks outside the top 280 in multiple key defensive metrics. I have seen nothing through the first 2 games of the season that makes me want to back the under in a game involving Florida, especially when it is facing a team that is better offensively than defensively. Over the projected total is our full game total pick. Northern Iowa versus Virginia. This Monday, the Northern Iowa Panthers will travel to Charlottesville to take on the Virginia Cavaliers. Tip-off will be inside the John Paul Jones Arena. Both of these teams have picked up at least one to begin the year, as they will both be looking to pick up momentum in this game. The Northern Iowa Panthers are coming into this one after losing to Richmond, 68-55. The Panthers struggled on the offensive end of the court, as they didn't consistently make enough shots to keep that game competitive. They will have to shoot better from the outside if they want to challenge the Cavaliers on the road. Virginia is entering this one after picking up their 2nd win of the season. They took down Monmouth in their last contest, 89-42. This game was never close, as Virginia dominated them on both ends of the floor. They will be looking to stay hot at home in this one. The Panthers are 4-1 against the spread in their last 5 Monday games and 3-7 against the spread in their last 10 road games. The Cavaliers are 1-4-1 against the spread in their last 6 home games and 13-6 against the spread in their last 19 Monday games. The over is 12-5 in Panthers' last 17 road games. The under is 4-1 in Cavaliers' last 5 games following against the spread win. Northern Iowa may have a tough time in the mountains Monday night. Northern Iowa comes into JPJ with a very young and inexperienced team, and they will have to deal with one of the more disciplined and defensive units in the nation in Virginia. The Cavs are a much deeper team this season, and they have a good chance of wearing the Panthers down here in vintage Virginia basketball fashion. The Northern Iowa Panthers didn't look good in their only game against a Division I team, and now they get to go up against this Virginia defense. Fun, fun, fun. Northern Iowa just doesn't see teams like the Virginia Cavaliers often, and it's usually a culture shock. With a battle with Baylor looming in Vegas this Friday, look for the Wahoo to continue their sharp play at home. So the Virginia Cavaliers to win and cover the spread as favorites is our full game side pick. The Panthers have the 275th slowest adjusted tempo rating in the country, and the Cavaliers have the 363rd lowest rating. They will both walk the ball up the court, and they will use the majority of the shot clock each possession, as they will continue to search for the best possible shot each time down the floor. Both of these defenses have also impressed me, as the Panthers are allowing the 72nd least amount of points. The Cavaliers are also allowing the 25th least amount of points per game. Both of these teams will continue to contest shots near the rim and from the outside. The Cavaliers are one of the best defensive teams in the nation, as they will lock up and then slow the ball down when they are on offense. I don't see either of these teams pushing the ball up the court consistently throughout this game. This will lead to a low-scoring battle. Under the projected total is our full game total pick. Louisiana Tech versus Texas Tech. It's a non-conference matchup on the hardwood when a member of Conference USA takes on a member of the Big 12 in the Lone Star State. The Louisiana Tech Bulldogs are on the road as they make the trip to face the number 25 Texas Tech Red Raiders Monday night. Louisiana Tech opened their season with a 78-61 home win over Mississippi College last Monday in their previous contest. Texas Tech cruised to a 78-54 home victory over Texas Southern in their previous contest Thursday night, covering the 19-point line in the contest. In the all-time series between the teams, the Red Raiders own a 4-2 advantage and have won the last two meetings, including an 86-31 home romp in the most recent matchup on December 5, 2007. Louisiana Tech is 1-4 against the spread in their last 5 Monday games and 3-8 against the spread in their last 11 games against a team with a winning record, while the under is 5-2 in their last 7 games overall. Texas Tech is 1-6 against the spread in their last 7 games following a win and 14-4 against the spread in their last 18 games against a team with a winning percentage above .600, while the under is 5-1 in their last 6 home games. Louisiana Tech is rested as they haven't played in a week since opening the season with a win. While that would be a nice feature later in the season, having only one game under your belt means you haven't knocked a lot of rust off yet. Now, the Bulldogs have to deal with a Texas Tech team that is a veteran squad with plenty of talent to work with on both ends of the floor. The Red Raiders are one of the stingiest defensive teams in the country, and O'Banner is more than capable of stuffing the stat sheet on any given night. I get the reasoning for backing an underdog and not wanting to just back a team because they're at home, but the thing here is that the Red Raiders continue to be one of the most dominant defensive teams in the country. And while Louisiana Tech got the win in their opener, going from a subdivision opponent to facing the top defense in the country is going to be a shock to the system. I believe that this line's somewhat light given the disparity between these two sides. Louisiana Tech might hang in for a while, but in the end Texas Tech pulls away. So the Texas Tech Red Raiders to win and cover the spread as favorites is our full game side pick. The under is 5-2 in the Bulldogs' last 7 overall, and the under is 5-1 in the Red Raiders' last 6 home games. The Texas Tech defense has held opponents to just 51.5 points per game and has kept them shooting under 32% as a team. They will post a similar performance on defense in this one, all the while their offense is not overly impressive. They do not take a lot of three-point shots and are shooting just 34.3% when they do. The poor three-point shooting also hinders the Bulldogs, as well as their awful 68.8% shooting from the line. Look for this one to be a defensive slog that ends up short of the mark. Under the projected total is our full game total pick. That's all for now, so if you have any other games you would like reviewed, then leave a comment down below with the game you would like analyzed. Subscribe to our channel, leave a like on this video, and we'll get to it as soon as we possibly can. We would also love to hear your opinion on the picks presented to you in this video, whether you agree or disagree with them, so leave a comment down below and do let us know.